Hello and Happy New Year, and welcome back to the MASCAC Student Athlete Spotlight Series, where each week we highlight an amazing student athlete from around the conference. I'm Emily Liu, MASCAC Assistant Commissioner, and speaking with me today is Nathaniel Felix of Fitchburg State Cross Country and Track and Field. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, of course. It's a pleasure.
All right, so as I said in the intro, you are a cross country track and field student athlete. Who or what influenced you to start competing?
It's kind of funny how it began because I was really in high school my freshman year and I was just like trying out a sport in general. And then I initially wanted to do baseball, but as I was trying out, like I just didn't click with me in a way. So I just decided like not really to like focus on that because like I grew up doing like a little bit of baseball. So I'm like, let me try baseball. And then I was like, nah, that's not the one. So I just ended my freshman year just like no sports or anything like that. I just like focused straight on academics. And then sophomore year came and then some of my friends were like, Nate, you should try track. I'm like, that's pretty interesting. But yeah, I started even though like I had like really bad asthma at the time. Thank God it's like 30 times better now because I'm running, so gotta exercise the lungs. So yeah, that's pretty much how I started. I just like someone asked me if I wanted to do it, and I'm like, yeah, sure. And here I am now.
Friends have a very powerful influence on some of our decisions in high school. So well, we're lucky to have you in the MASCAC. So speaking of that, being in the MASCAC, what was it that drew you to Fitchburg State for college?
I had my coaches highly recommend the college in general. That was the first one, and that their program was good. Like I know that some people made it to nationals and all that. The second reason, it was close to home. I didn't want to be too far away, but I wanted to be like somewhat away in a sense. So it was like in the happy medium of things. The third reason, it was very affordable too. I am very thankful to have scholarships to cover all my tuition along with my financial aid, so I don't have to worry about like paying anything out of pocket too. And also the education there is like really good as well. So that's why I chose Fitchburg State.
All right, so talk about your experience as a student athlete so far. What was it like for you during COVID and trying to maintain your competitive edge when you weren't actually competing against anybody?
If I'm being honest, it was pretty easy. My friend Chris and I, we just like literally went out to the track and just worked out daily. We would do workouts consistently. We would lift together and all that and like do core, which is most important for running too. And we just kept that consistent every week. And whenever we had time, we would just register for open meets and just go to open meets from there since we didn't have a season in the fall semester. And then we had the spring, which I believe didn't really count as like an official season or something like that, but like we still had like open meets and all that. I can't lie, running with a mask at first was a struggle, but I soon like adjusted to it because for me, like I kind of need the mask, especially when I'm training outside in the cold weather. So like my asthma doesn't act up too. So I'm like, I kind of need this. So like if I keep on wearing this, I'll be fine. So yeah, that's how I got through the COVID as being a student athlete. And also in addition to that, I feel like I had more time to like lock in with school, even though it was like more online classes as well. I just really like kind of discipline myself to really just like be in my room, get all my work done, and then just go train and work out right after. So,
Well, you talk about school and you talked about training, and I imagine that your course of study as a exercise and science major probably helped a little bit
mhm.
with what you needed to do during that period. So What are some of your career goals with your course of study?
I want to be a athletic trainer first, and then I also want to incorporate me being as a strength and conditioning coach at the same time. That way I have like some type of versatility when I go to like higher position jobs and all that, because I feel like both of those definitely go hand in hand. That way, if I say for example, I'm a strength and conditioning coach, either at like a local gym or like Lifetime Fitness, which are like like those big gyms and all that, and I'm training athletes and out of nowhere they get injured, I can just do a analysis right then and there, and then I can just either give that to their doctor, or also if they're like an actual student athlete, I can give it to their athletic trainer just so that they can have it in their records, and that way it's just quicker for them to like go through the recovery process as well. And then I also want to incorporate some type of sports psychology stuff too, which I have a minor in psychology, so I'll be implementing that stuff as well.
As I'm sure you know, with what happened last Monday in the NFL game with the Bills, trainers are athletic trainers, excuse me, are a very important um, piece of the puzzle for any sports team at any level that can have them. So I think that's a very admirable career path. Also, strength and conditioning too, because um, it's obviously very important to have the correct form, have the correct knowledge, and someone guiding you versus kind of trying to do it by yourself. So I think that's wonderful. Mm. Look forward to seeing what you do in the future.
Thank you.
So, all right. Who is someone in the track world that has influenced you or someone you admire?
Um, I would say it would be Terrence Leard. He is now a pro athlete for Adidas. He did go to LSU. He ran the 100 and the 200. I believe he broke 10 seconds, I believe. But what I admire about him is that he definitely like works in silence, and it doesn't not that he doesn't boast on social media, but I know there's some people they can get a little bit prideful, and it can be like a negative effect on them and also to like their fans too. So I feel like for me personally, just like kind of just going through the motions in like a place of solitude, and then just like, how would I say it, um then just showing the results later on. Like not everybody has to see the work in the process all the time. Sometimes you really just have to just do what you have to do, and then all the stuff will go forth afterward, regardless of who's watching or not. So
In the age of social media, humility and being humble are very few and far between. So it's nice to hear that, and I agree wholeheartedly with you. So okay, fun question. If money was no issue, where would you travel and why?
I would want to travel to Bolivia, either Bolivia or Japan.
Oh, okay.
Japan, the first reason because I'm a big anime watcher. And also I like this, like I just like the scene of Tokyo and like just like the places there too. I find those places really beautiful. And then also for Bolivia, I like there's the Salar de Uyuni, I believe that it's called. And it's like the the lake that's like literally like mirrors the sky, and it's just like
Mhm.
endless. Like I wanna go there. Like that's definitely like an in-person experience that you have to do at some point. So it would be one of those two. It's very hard to like depict which one, but it's either one of those.
Well, hopefully you'll be able to visit both of them in your lifetime because I think those are great reasons to see both places. So, all right, well, let's get to know you a little bit more with some fun questions, okay?
Alrighty.
All right, Dunkin' or Starbucks?
Duncan.
What's your
Just
go-to order there?
uh, I do the what? It's either the sweet black pepper bacon on the croissant, or I do the maple sugar bacon croissant one, and then I get a iced mocha with caramel and oat milk.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah.
All right. Your go-to karaoke song.
Mm, gee, that's hard for me because I'm actually I sing on like normally. So like
Oh,
I know a lot of songs, so like I feel like that's so hard. Oh my gosh.
that should be
Um
easy then. You should have one that you like belt out all the time.
I feel like it would be geez, why can't I think of the name?
You could sing it if you want.
I think it's there's so much. Oh my gosh. Jeez. I'm a big R&B guy, so I think it would be Breaking My Heart. I think it's by Mint Condition or something like that.
Okay.
I think that's the artist name, but I know the name for sure. So I think it would be that one.
All right. Track and field event you would like to try if you knew you couldn't get hurt.
Hmm. I mean, long jump,
Okay.
honestly, because I wanted to do long jump, but like there's something about my knees that were like bothering me too much, and also like my ankles. But thankfully, it's getting better now. But like if I was to not like be injured at all, I would definitely do long jump. So
Okay. Favorite place on campus?
favorite place. Mm, to be honest, it's my dorm. I'm a big homebody person, so I really like being at home. Not that I don't like everywhere else on campus. I just really like being in my dorm, in my room, and just with my suite mates in general. So
All right, last one. Fitchburg State green or gold?
I say green, green,
All right. Well, thank you, Nate, so much for doing this.
of course.
And stay tuned next week for another edition of MASCAC Student Athlete Spotlight.